Hello, it's Hayley, Darky Fairy. I'm sorry that I haven't been on YouTube for a very, very long time. I've moved house. This is a wonky picture. It bugs my friend Sue all the time because it's very wonky. I have a house again. I've moved house and I have edited a video, but I've just not uploaded it. So this video is gonna be. You're gonna get one of those videos where I'm just gonna boom, 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 and then you're gonna start gradually seeing them all on time. But I'm pregnant for the second time and I'm very happy about that, but it's been an eventful time since finding out. I've never had this with Tristan. I never had this with my first pregnancy. So what happened was, it was 5 days before my period, and I thought I started my period early, and I was feeling like crap. I was like, oh, I've not fallen pregnant, and I've been trying to fall pregnant for 11 months. But the next day, because I use a menstrual cup, it only filled up about that much, right? That much blood. And I was like, okay, right, so that's strange. So I said to Matthew, let's go out for Tesco breakfast. So this is Thursday. And I was like, let's go for Tesco breakfast. And I started feeling sick while doing my hair. Notice my hair colour isn't sticking. I think it's because of the pregnancy. It was pink, purple, blue. The blue stuck. And yeah, so we went out for Tesco breakfast, and I got a clear blue. I got one that came with the cross, that one, and the digital. So I got a multi-pack, and I was like to Matthew, I'll try out not the digital one first. I'll try out the cross one first. And I got home. Matthew had already gone into work by this point, and I took it, and I was just thinking, yeah, it's just gonna come up negative. It's gonna come up negative. And it was a really faint positive, and I was like, and I cried, like, a lot of tears. I was really, really emotional. Like, it's finally happened for me again. Oh god, just thinking about that makes me want to cry. So then, obviously, I told Matthew, and I had to tell him while he was on his break. And then I called my sister up, because she was my first person I told during my first pregnancy. And I was just in tears, and I said, "Oh, calm down." And she said, "Oh, congratulations." And then later on that day, I got more upset because I started bleeding again, and I was like, "Oh, great! So I'm guessing this is a miscarriage." And again, the cup only filled up to that much again, and I was like, "Okay, this is weird." And the next day, Friday, I was like, there was no more blood. I was able to go out with my friends Sue and Jed. And I got a first response. So I've been told to not use blue dye one test when it comes to tests, use a pink dye. So I got the pink dye, and I took that. It came with 2 tests. I've got one downstairs still. I don't need to use it, funny enough, but and I took it like straight away that day on that Friday, and whoa, it was a really, really strong positive. So I was like, oh my god, I'm pregnant. So then once Matthew got out of work, which was about 4:30, I told him, and I showed him the test and said, hey, I'm pregnant. I'm definitely pregnant. I don't know why I've been bleeding. Maybe it's just implantation bleeding. And so we're like, we can tell your mum, because I told his mum that I thought I'd miscarried, because obviously I had a pregnancy test that was positive. And it had upset Matthew when I told him that I thought I'd been, miscarried. But I wasn't in pain. I was just bleeding, but no pain. Nothing else, just bleeding. And then Saturday, well, that Friday night I had a little bit of blood, but it was just my knickers. Saturday, no more bleeding. And we went round to my in-laws, and we told them that I was expecting, and we told all his siblings that I was expecting. We just thought it was the right time because of the bleeding. We just wanted people to know so that we had support. Sunday, again, I had no bleeding until I did a lot of housework. I was exhausted, went to nap for about 2.5 hours. Tristan got back from his dad's, and then all of a sudden I just started bleeding really bright red blood. And I got really, really worried. And I called at 111, and they said it was quite common, as long as I wasn't in pain and wasn't passing any clots, all should be fine. And I said, okay, I'm going to go to bed. I'm going to rest and I'm going to go to bed. I did that, and then Monday I was still bleeding that bright red blood. Really not enjoying it. I was resting as much as I could. And I was like, I want to go to the doctor's, but I had to wait because I had Tristan with me. And so my friend Sue came around, kept me company. The Asda shop arrived because I had an Asda shop arriving that day. And after that, I went to doctors, but they wouldn't do a blood test because they couldn't at a walk-in centre. So he wanted to send me to EPU, but the EPU wouldn't accept me because the nurse kept saying, "Oh no, it's her period, it's her period." And I was like, "I'm not." And the doctor thought the tests were negative because they use like these really, really small type looking pregnancy tests. I think, I don't know how, how much hormones they pick up, but I could see a faint line. I was like, "No, I can see a line." The doctor was like, "Oh, I can't see a line." I was like, "I can see a line." I've got a picture of it, funny enough. And so I could see this line of this test, and I went home that day, and he said, "Oh, just you're gonna have to go to your own GP tomorrow," which will be Tuesday by then, and get a blood test done. So I was really upset and down that EPU wouldn't see me. And then the next day, my GP said they couldn't see me for 2 weeks, and I was like, "Oh, what if I'm losing it by then?" And then Matthew called 111, and 111 said that my GP had to see me within 2 hours, and they did, and I had a blood test done. And I had an emergency blood test. And then, so that day, I stopped bleeding, funny enough. And I just started spotting when I wiped, so I'd wipe and it'd be like a very light brown, so very old blood, and it just carried on. And today is now Friday, sometime in September. I don't have my phone on me. I'll put the date down there, what the date is right today. And I rang up and they said, "Oh, your bloods have come back positive, you're pregnant." I was like, "Oh, that's good, I'm great." And they were like, "We want to see you next week." So now I'm booked in for Thursday for another sets of bloods to see whether my levels are rising. And I'm hope they're going to be, because then I can continue this pregnancy series. And yeah, that's what I'm hoping is going to be happening. And I have been getting signs of that I'm pregnant. My boobs have been hurting me. I've been bloated. I've been feeling nauseous, mainly in the afternoon and the evening. And I've been getting like weird twinges in my stomach, my left and my right side. That's about it for signs that I've had. But yes, definitely pregnant. We just got to see if the levels are rising. And this time, this second pregnancy, the baby is nicknamed Rocky, because they are a fighter. So this is week 4 to 5 technically. So next week, if all goes well, I'll be updating with week 6. If you're not already subscribed, just press the subscribe button down there, and I'll see you for the next one. Bye.